Hey guys, it's Amber, and welcome to day 10 of my 2016 December Daily Album. For this day, I am telling the story of taking the kids to a Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert. We actually had gone later in the month on the 17th, but I already had 2 stories from that day. So since I was doing the project 2 years later, almost 3 years later, I decided that I could just move it to the 10th and tell the story and no one would know the difference. So the first part of the layout is a 3x8 insert. The first photo that is flipped over right now that I'm working on the back of is a picture of the kids standing in front of a Christmas tree inside the concert hall. And on the back, I'm including 4 2x3 horizontal photos, which is a trick that I learned from the travel product play class. I realized later that I could have just combined them in Photoshop and printed them as a 3x8, but while I was selecting them, I just cropped them and drug them into my photo folder, printed them, and cut them out individually, which does help give it some dimension and layer. So 3 of those are photos, and the piece that says "So Loving This" is from Allie's 2015 December Daily Kit. It is actually the top of a 3x4 card, and I just cut off the blank white space that was available for journaling and used it in here, and I love the way it came out. So what I'm doing is just mounting all the photos to the back of the 3x8 and just trimming off the excess because it's not perfect. I believe I probably had to trim the 3x8 down to get it to fit down inside the page protector. So as you can see, I'm just adhering some adhesive to the back of the photos. I use photo squares. If you've been following along, you'll definitely have seen that before. So I'm just attaching them, trying to line them up as best I can so that they all look straight and even because, cropping photos, nothing's ever perfect. And I'm just getting ready to work on the last one, and I'm trimming the edges as I go because they're sticking over the tiniest bit. So I was just getting ready to stick that last one down. Trimming the edges, and then I'm going to round the corners. So once I have finished all that gold starburst there that you see to the left of the screen is from one of the earlier December Daily kits, like one of the mini kits. I'm not sure exactly whose, but there was several die cuts. This one worked well because there's gold ornaments in the tree, and I kind of had some blank space at the top and to the right where the tree is not in the photo. So I just thought it would be fun to kind of put it off to the side and crop the edges a little bit. And as you can see here, I started to use some black number stickers from the Allie Edwards number kit release from 2018. And I thought black would look really well with the TSO card to the right. But I ended up going with red because it just needed one more little pop of color. And I really liked the way that came out. So I just put some adhesive on the back. And the way I rotated it, I only had to cut off the edge of 2 of the spikes. So it looks neat because it looks like it's interacting with the edge, but I really didn't have to sacrifice too much of the design, which is really neat. So on the right-hand side of the page, I have a 6x8 page protector. The TSO card is their logo, which I found a high-res version of online and just cropped into a 3x4. The favorite moments card, I'm so sorry, I'm yawning, is a Jasmine Jones card from one of the previous year's mini kits. And then at the bottom there, I just have a 4x6 photo of me and the girls dressed up in our Christmas dresses for the year. So I'm right here, I'm grabbing some puffy stickers that were from the kids' Christmas kit in 2017. And inside there's an epoxy sticker that has music notes on it. And I applied it to my paper piercer so I could see how it would look in different parts of the layout. The problem is that it was the wrong color. So it just didn't look quite right. So I opted not to use that, but I do end up using it later on in my 2017 album. So I grabbed some of the heart puffy stickers that were in the 2018 main kit, and I just grabbed a red plain pattern that doesn't say anything. And I'm just applying it at the border between the top 2 photos just to give it a little something to break up all the lines and just add another pop of red color. So now that everything has been applied to the first insert, I'm just putting it inside the page protector and being careful because the gold spikes were catching a little bit. And then I'm going to move on to the next one. So I'm just doing a simple bit of journaling with just some basic details saying that we took them and that we had a good time. His son was actually extremely sick and was coming down with strep throat, which we didn't really know till the next day. So he was pretty quiet, but we had a really fun time at the concert overall. And they played several of our favorites, which was really cool. So from here on out, all I'm doing is simply backing the photos to each other because I already knew what pictures I was going to use for day 11. So I had already laid it out and then filmed everything. So I'm just going to go through the process of adding the adhesive, trimming the edges down, and rounding the photo corners. And I do apologize because I didn't realize my phone had stopped and the footage cuts off before I get to the 3x4 cards, but you'll get the idea and you'll see pictures later on. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Bye.